It's been a while, and I thought I will make another sort of review about the Talaria Sting MX4. This is the MX4 model. Um, it so my previous review was after a month or two, if I remember correctly, and something has changed. Have been adopted by me and got used to the bike, so I think I'm more qualified for a more accurate review by me after I don't know, half a year or so. So first of all, obviously it's not like I've been riding this bike day to day. It's been sitting, and I just ride it on the weekends when the weather is good, like today, which is beautiful. You can see everything is green, everything is lush and blooming. So my actual ride time is not high. I mean, I have around 800 kilometers on the bike, which is around 450 miles ish around. So it's not a lot, but it's definitely a lot more than what I had on my first review. So first of all, I want to address the braking. Okay, the braking system, which is very important on a bike. As my previous review, still it was the bike that I got, the model that I got, which is actually the MX4 road version. I actually had the big tail here with the blinkers, and I removed it, and I just moved the rear brake light. It's just dirty, but it's here, inner to the bike, but I still have the road legal headlights. So this version that I got specifically came with turbo brake systems, and I actually met some guy that had an MX4, and he got a completely different brake systems, which are probably much better than what I got. So what I did, my default one, my stock one, was black, and it had braking pads which you couldn't find anywhere, no matter what size you try to find. And eventually, instead of searching for brake pads to replace, which probably wouldn't make a huge difference, I replaced the entire brake system, which you can see here. So pardon me, I don't remember the system name. Maybe it's written over here. Oh yeah, yeah, deep. I think it's deep. Yeah. So I bought it on AliExpress. It's not very expensive, but it gave me much better results overall in braking system, and by results I mean much more stopping power and close to none friction zone. So it is so much better now, and obviously it's improved the riding. But again, stock, it came totally useless. So on braking system, on brake stage, I just had to replace the entire system. I had no choice if I wanted to enjoy the bike. Now let's move to another topic, the suspension. I think I got quite used to that. I know that I told that it's trash, that it doesn't do its job, but I think it's actually okay. You know what? Let's. I think I will conclude with it's an okay system. You know what my biggest problem is. That I found all this tuning honestly useless. I just can't feel a difference when I tune them, either both of them to the left or right, or in different direction. I just can't find. It's really hard to find your tune, and I wish there was like a better system to tune it just to your weight. So if you weigh 70 kilograms, which is around what I weight, so you need to to be at that stage, you know, and not just this is softer, this is harder, because it doesn't make a lot of difference. It doesn't make a difference at all to me. So I think it's okay, but I think it has much more potential, you know. And so I will just conclude it with an okay suspension. Sometimes it's doing a good job. Sometimes I feel the bumps, and it even hurts my bum and sometimes my back. And on harsh terrain, you like have to stand up because you can't rely on the suspension all the time. So what else? The tires. Yeah, another thing. I think the more you ride and you like use the tires, I mean, this is the stock ones, CST, and you can see I still have, they honestly look brand new. You can see still the factory line here. And so the more you use them, they actually, I think they got a little bit better. And you know, experience, I got more experience with the bike, and I feel more confident riding it, even in I won't say rainy, but muddy condition and even slippery condition. So God be with me, I still haven't lose traction completely and fell. God forbid, I hope it won't happen. But it's all about confidence and know how to treat the bike when you lose traction, because it happens a lot. It can happen easily, even with the rear, even with the front. So you just need experience and know your bike and know the limit of your tires and know the surface you're riding on, and the texture and the pivots, you know, like if you have a higher ground like here and then a lower ground here, if you put your front tire here and it's too graduate, you can easily lose grip and the tire will just slip downwards. So I hope you know what I mean. So you need to know the surface and know your limits and know the tires and understand your bike and weight differences. And yeah, to conclude, all this comes from experience, and I have more experience now with the bike. So I'm just more happy with it, you know. I'm just more happy with it than I was on my first review. I think it's a beast, honestly. I do have to say about the range that, yeah, it's very, very little. I think I can make around 50 kilometers per full charge, which is not at all, you know, for a bike that doesn't weigh a lot and has a pretty large battery capacity. I would highly appreciate if it has much more range, and I'm not the type of guy that rides full sport mode, full throttle all the time. No, I usually use eco sometimes, and even when I'm on sport mode, and like most of the time now when I ride, when I have more confident and experience, I don't full throttle it, obviously, because you just don't need to. You have, I have a lot of power in stock. I don't need more than that. I don't do crazy stunts, crazy jumps, crazy terrain. This is the type of terrain I usually ride. You know, I'm just looking for the fun ride, experiencing off-road. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I enjoy. Seeing the scenery, going to places that you wouldn't go on a car, obviously. and if it's by bike, only on much more expensive bikes, you know, like adventure bikes. So, but yeah, the range with on an electric bike like this is a huge disadvantage, because if you can't carry on, if you can't put it on your car and move it to places, you are much limited on the range. So yeah, and maybe it's obvious, like, yeah, of course you need to take it to places far away if you want to go far away, but this is not the case when you have, like, you know, an adventurous bike, because when you rely on petrol, you just petrol your bike and you go on. There's no need to take your bike with you, because a bike consumes much less fuel than a car. So, you know, so yeah, the electricity is great in terms of actually riding on terrain. You know, no smell, no Obviously electricity it's cheaper, but in terms of range and going to places and less worry that you will stuck out without juice, let's call it. So yeah, that obviously petrol wins in here. So yeah, that's about it, I think. As I said, I enjoy it much more. I don't ride it much often, only on weekends and just after winter now. So this is a great season to ride. But yeah, this is sort of my second review after a longer time. And if you have any questions, you can ask me, and I will gratefully answer them. Just a number of things I changed in the bike, except the braking system, is the pads, which are okay, and I put headlight connector, which you can turn off and on the headlight, because you obviously on off-road you don't need it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, everything is quite stock. So the biggest difference is the braking system, which makes a huge difference for the good side. So I wish that's how it came from, from stock, because for the price that that you pay for a bike like that, it should come with the good brakes. Come on, seriously, not garbage like it came stock in my case. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed the review. Have a nice day.